Welcome to the first of our new news reviews. There's been one big story in the news this week that we want to talk about, which is the 100th anniversary of the first women being granted the vote. And we're here in Leicester, out in front of the statue of Alice Hawkins, which was unveiled this weekend as part of our city's celebrations. But we've both seen a lot of things in the news, Vivian.
Yeah, she was an inspirational figure. Alice was a shoe machinist here in Leicester, I believe, and a leading light of the suffragette movement. So she was famous for the rousing speeches she gave here in the square in Leicester, championing votes for women, but also I understand she was in prison several times. Most notoriously once for breaking into a golf course at night and leaving large letters across the golf course saying no votes for women, no golf for men. It was more about direct action for Alice, I think.
Absolutely. And I think there's been lots of things in the news this week that we've seen. There's been events in Manchester, statues in Manchester, events in Parliament as well. And it would obviously, of course, be for a few more years before all women were granted the vote and all men.
Yes.
But I think the most striking thing for me was these are really recently won gains. This isn't a long time ago. It's only just out of people's lifetimes, and there are still big challenges to be won, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think we've had some recent reminders of that in the press over the last few weeks. Certainly as a sector, as a charity sector, we've watched quite appalled by the stories that have come out about the President's reception and the way that women were treated there. And I think it's sort of a reminder, I think, to the sector, although we've got lots of women in executive roles, we've got lots of senior leadership figures who are women, that we need to be vigilant, we need to be careful. And I think probably more importantly, mainly, we've got to remember that poverty, social isolation, social exclusion, a lot of the kind of issues that we deal with and try and address hit women the hardest, and we need to work harder than ever to reach out to support those women.
And I know that in Scotland there are some home starts that are working on period poverty and things like that, and these are really shocking things that you wouldn't necessarily think are an issue, but are, and we need to kind of help work to solve some of those problems.
Yeah, and I think there are other big challenges as well. I think if we really want to be a movement that is really helping people from all walks of life and really representing and supporting the communities in which we work, then we need to work hard to make sure that those people from all backgrounds are involved in the service, are working towards the same goals, that we look at our working practices, that we look at the way that we design our services to make sure they really are inclusive. And there's lots of good work going on around that. There's loads of great work to involve dads, to make sure that we're reaching out to people from black and ethnic minority communities, the backgrounds. But the fight isn't over. As Alice would have said, deeds not words, and so we need to talk about it and to raise the issue, but also make sure that we're really doing what's needed to move forward and make a difference.
Okay, Vivian, thank you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.